Hey, what up, everybody? We are back with another standard video, and this time we're playing Sultai Reanimator. Now, right now, Worlds is going on, and there's a lot of is it looting, is it lessons, teamer otters, and that's all well and good. Standard is about to be trash for a little bit because of all the is it decks running around, or it's going to be trash at least until everyone figures out that May and other things that kind of punish card draw and punish you casting spells are really good. But there's one thing that all of these lessons decks, all of these just spell slinger decks have all pointed out. They all lose to the Reanimator deck. They have like 10% win rates against it. So, why not play the deck that's gonna realistically prey on them? Alright, now, if you haven't seen this deck already being played, let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit before we jump into some games. This deck is really built around Superior Spider-Man, or as it's supposed to be on Magic Online, Kavero the Mind Bitten. Alright, it just enters as a copy of any creature card in the graveyard except its name is Superior Spider-Man, and it becomes a 4/4 hero in addition to its other types, and when you do, exile that card. Realistically, you want to play that card on turn 4 and you want to have it copy Bringer of the Last Gift. Because Bringer of the Last Gift is basically living end, living death, whatever you want to call it. It's mass reanimating all the creatures in your graveyard and just letting you go crazy. Now, the versions of this that are seeing play right now at Worlds are running Terror of the Peaks as kind of this unique alternate win condition for when you bring out the Bringer of the Last Gift and just winning on the turn that you cast it, or at least hopefully winning on the turn that you cast it. This one is really wanting to play more of a mid-rangey game, wanting to get there longer. It's playing Quantum Riddler in lieu of playing Terror of the Peaks, which I can understand. You can warp it on 2, draw some cards, or pitch it, throw it into the graveyard, and then reanimate it, draw cards. There's a lot of utility there. I can see the interest in that. But part of the throwing stuff into the graveyard package is also Harvester of Misery. All of these lessons decks are playing a ton of otters. Why don't we just go ahead and reanimate this and destroy every single otter? Kill Gran-Gran, just wreck everything. Overlord of the Bailmark, really just there to fill the graveyard, the same reason why it sees play in Modern in the Esper Blink, Esper Reanimator, the Goryo shells. It's really good. We're running a Singleton Valgavoth. It's basically impossible to kill, and you also end up getting to cast any of your opponent's stuff, which is pretty sweet. Arden the Usurper basically just does really the same thing that Kavero Superior Spider-Man does, where we just turn anything into a 5/5 black demon with menace, lifelink, and haste, which is pretty rad. But at that 8 mana, it's almost impossible to do, so we gotta pitch it. Hopefully turn Kavero into a copy of it. Maybe get it back with Bringer of the Last Gift. Lots of things. We're also running Emmett Selk, that way we just have an extra draw discard outlet. Really cool if we have a Quantum Riddler warped onto the battlefield and we have next to nothing in hand. Awaken the Honored Dead does a impression of Overlord of the Bailmark, but it has the extra benefit of being able to destroy any target non-land permanent. Bitter Triumph as removal, Oblivious Bookworm, basically to just help us discard things into our graveyard, analyze the pollen so we can tutor up pieces or just improve upon our land. Alright, 23 lands. We have 1 forest, 1 swamp, 1 island, so these analyze the pollens, really good for a basic, really good for any type of land, but we really just want to use it to get Bringer, get Kavero, and then just go hard the turn after. This Cavern of Souls almost always going to be on Spider Human Hero. Sideboard, about what you would expect for any black deck in Standard. Lots of duresses, full set of intimidation tactics, because realistically, if you run into this mirror, You need these. We have Myojin of Night's Reach. Remove a divinity counter. Opponent discards their hand. Really good against the Lessons deck, especially if we can just start, oh, hey, we're going to take all your stuff. Pretty solid. Day of Black Sun to deal with the Allies deck, to deal with just creature decks in general. Disruptive Stormbrew just for a little bit of extra removal. And if we get to reanimate it, boom, destroy a target enchantment or artifact. Pretty solid. Ghost Vacuum lets us deal with opposing graveyards, extra Cavern of Soul to deal with counter spells. Doc Arlog. When I first saw this card in the sideboard, it confused me, but it really starts to make sense. Spells you cast from your graveyard or exile cost 2 less to cast. We're not casting stuff out of our graveyard, but what we are doing a good bit of is potentially playing against this Bant airbending deck, and it turning all of our stuff into just free spells is pretty solid. It's like the one time that we bring it in, I can see the utility of it there. Plus, hey, bringing out Quantum Riddler, kind of rad. But that's everything for this deck tech. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead, blot out the sun. Alright, destroy that subscribe button. Make it lose all of its abilities. But I'll see you guys in match number 1. Alrighty, match number 1, we get to be on the play. Sick. Hand actually does everything that we want it to, so I can keep this. Alright, so I think we're just going to go Oblivious Bookworm into Emmett Selk and honestly just go from there. I think this will be a really good start. The amount of lands is a little questionable, but there's only so much we can do about that. Alright, let's start with a Breeding Pool, tapped, and pass. So, next turn is definitely just going to be Gloom Lake, and then turn after, going to be Forest, and just, again, hope that we can do everything perfectly from there. Alright, opponent plays a Hedge Maze and surveils a Bringer. Yikes. Okay, so we are playing the Mirror, and they had the hottest draw there. That's great. Okay, always yield. Yes. Well, alright, who's doing the thing first? Who's doing the thing first, opponent? God, that's an insane one for us. Alright, opponent hits a swamp. I mean, how do we feel about that? Like, I almost don't want to. Oh, God. That's actually horrifying. I don't know if we want to Emmett Selk or cast our Superior Spider-Man into that. That's really... That's something. Yeah, we'll draw. We will discard. I mean... I wish we could just do something cool with this. Alright, Awaken the Honored Dead. Yeah, you take out our Emmett Selk. I mean, let's do this. No. Oh, this is brutal. Okay. We're gonna discard. Yeah. We'll discard. Oh, buddy. That is rough for us. I mean, us and our opponent are really just doing all the same stuff right now for the weekend. All right, so they went swamp and okay. I mean, let's go ahead and do this. Ooh, Harvester of Misery. I like that. I like Riddler. All right. Let's swing. Okay, I think our opponent definitely had the same idea as us, just playing the deck that eats up all the Is It decks. We don't want to be the first one to do it, which is, again, so crazy that we don't want to be the first one to do it. All right, so we're killing that. And let's do the thing. We'll keep that. Draw. We'll drop that for sure. All right. I will admit this Valgavoth is about to go real hard. Okay, so they discarded Harvester. I mean, the smart thing would be to go and get Superior back, make it a copy of your Arden. But that just seems super questionable too. Brood Spinner. Interesting, interesting. Again, neither of us wants to blink here. Oh wow, they had another Arden too. Alright, well, we're just going to do this. And we're going to pay 3 life. Kill your Brood Spinner. And swing. I mean, yeah. And no, we'll not do it on that last one. Okay. I mean, we just need to swing. Oh, there's a terror. I mean, you know what? We're going to go ahead and cast this. All right. And we're just going to say no to all of this. I'm pretty sure with them having the Terror of the Peaks tech, we die. But let's find out. And honestly, Arden Plus, the Terror of the Peaks. That's 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Go ahead. Let's swap our graveyards and everything. Let's see. Do I want to have it come in as a copy of a creature? Yeah. All right. All right. My abilities go on the stack first. So let's get all this organized, opponent. All right. So now, I mean, let's discard that. Oh wow. So we gotta get a non-avatar creature back. Let's get Cavero. Wow, this is brutal. This was just such a weird turn. All of our harvesters are doing some odd things. All right, 2, 1, 0, 0, -2, 4, 1. I mean, I think we're dead either way. 4, 1. Wow, exactly dead. Exactly dead is crazy work here. So interesting. Okay. All right. So that was about what we could expect out of this matchup. Let's go ahead and bring in these intimidation tactics and ghost vacuum. We will go down Triumph and let's go ahead and drop those Bitter Triumphs actually could be good. Is it weird? But I think we maybe drop Quantum Riddler. I don't even know if it's that weird, honestly. Okay. And run it like that. Dang. The Harvester of Misery line almost saved us. So rough. Okay. Hopefully we do better in game number 2. Alright, we get to be on the play in game number 2, and I like that we have this intimidation tactics. I like that we have the Overlord. There's a lot that I can get behind with this hand. Alright, let's go ahead and cast this, looking at what they've got. Ooh. Alright. I mean, taking your Soul Guide Lantern feels like the best thing, but that Oblivious Bookworm is really going to do some work. Alright, Blooming Marsh, taking my... You've probably got to take my Overlord here. I don't think there's a world where this Overlord can stick around. And yet, we are in the world where I draw my Bookworm, and I can be happy about that. Yeah, we'll draw. We will discard this Watery Grave. Alright, they play their Breeding Pool, play their Bookworm. Bookworm trigger. It's crazy that we almost have the exact same hand as our opponent. Oh, you hit your bringer? That's crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and impend this Overlord. We hit everything that we didn't want to hit. God. Would have been so good if we could have actually hit that Ghost Vacuum. Valgavoth's fine, though. Is Superior Spider-Man copying Valgavoth good? Honored Dead. Taking out our Bookworm. Kind of sucks that we had that happen. Now, weird thing would be, do we take out their Awaken the Honored Dead here? I feel like that might be the move. Stops them from filling up their graveyard more. Alright, let's do this on human. Alright. Let's see if you got it. Yeah. Play your boy. You took my Valgavoth. You monster. Okay. Dog. 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 No shot. No shot. We just whiffed that hard. Oh my gosh. And they get Arden and everything else? Yeah. Yeah, you got us there, opponent. GG's. That's brutal. See you guys in match number 2. Alright. Match number 2. We're going to be on the draw, but I don't hate this. We can go Wastewood into Island Bookworm. Alright. Opponent plays Hedge Maze. What are you surveilling? Okay, just surveilling a breeding pool. I don't hate this. So let's keep going. Oh, they're Sultai. I have a feeling that we are not the only person who thought, oh yeah, we can beat all the Izzet decks. Yeah, we're going to draw, and we will discard what? Harvester? Yeah. Alright. Alright. Awaken the Honored Dead. Well, what if we awaken the Honored Dead? You're Awaken the Honored Dead. Black and blue. Alright. One of us is going to hit an opponent. Okay. Awaken the Honored Dead or Awaken the Honored Dead. Again, just insane work in this match. And I'm kind of digging it. Alright. Impending. Let's go ahead and impend the Overlord. What are we going to get back? I mean, yeah, we're just going to get back this Bookworm. Okay. Yeah. We'll throw that MXL. We don't want to get blown out by another Superior Spider-Man copying our Valgavoth. Because that's a scary thing to have happen. Okay. So what do you have in hand, opponent? Okay, they shot in a stomp or a watery grave. Come on. What do you have? Okay. Bringer. Okay. 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 Play land. Move to the end step. Rakshasa's bargain. Rakshasa's bargain. Okay. Just 2 lands. Yield. Draw. Discard. Okay. I mean, they're going to Cavero. Oh, they Bringered. They discarded Bringer. That's so nice. Okay. You know what? I'm actually really fine with this because it just means that if they go and hard cast a Cavero, they're going to get Bringer and then reanimate all of this stuff. Now, which Bringer did you target? I feel like, oh, you targeted mine. Okay, well, cool. Valgavoth is down in our yard. Alright, so that's the copy. That's this. Alright, now we have to do this the right way. Alright, we're going to start by doing this. Let's go ahead and drop that one. Let's swing. Now, what do we do here? I feel like it's definitely just... Oh, we can't get rid of that one. Oh, I see exactly how this has to go. Ah, that's good. Okay. Alright. Well, we cannot get rid of the Superior Spider-Man because we're just going to get it back with the Overlord. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Harvester's going to go down. Let's go. Now, they're going to mill an extra 4 here? which is really important for them. Analyze the pollen, get a Superior Spider-Man. Superior Spider-Man is Valgavoth. Oh, you do it as Arden. And then Arden the Valgavoth. And then... Yeah. 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 That's solid. That's so solid. Alright, we're taking a beating there from our opponent. Yo. Alright, well. I mean, that one's gone. Oh, God, and we can't even get rid of the Valgavoth. No! Alright, yeah, we got a scoop here. GG, opponent. Alright, let's sideboard. Well. Alright, we're going to go and get these ghost vacuums. And all of these intimidation tactics come in. Is Meogen going to be good? Maybe. Alright, these Quantum Riddlers are not that good. These Bitter Triumphs are not that great. It's so weird, but I think we might want to get rid of this Valgavoth almost. That or get rid of our Arden, just to give them less things out of our graveyard that they would want to take. And then I think we just run it like that. Alright, we're going to be on the play for game number 2. This hand is so middling. This hand is less middling. Alright. Yeah, we'll do this. Alright. Surveil land. And what do we surveil? Intimidation tactics. We're keeping that on top. I mean, I can't honestly argue with that. They're going to intimidation tactics us, take our Oblivious Bookworm. We're going to intimidation tactics our opponent. Take their Superior Spider-Man. And cool. I actually like this spot now. Alright, they go Breeding Pool, pass. I mean... There's no way that we just... You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. What's the worst that could happen? Just Naked Awaken the Honored Dead. Has to destroy itself because it's the only thing on the battlefield. Neat. I like that for us. I like that for us. Green. Nope. Black, blue, green. Neat. Well, that Bitter Triumph now has a target. Yeah. There's a land. And let's see what you got. I mean, if they just have the ability to get rid of this, okay, you're just going to bargain. Bargain 2 lands. Huh. Okay. Alright. What you gonna do, opponent? You gonna kill it? Yeah. I like it. Alright. Your Honored Dead takes out my Emmet Selk, which is now amongst the Honored Dead. Okay. Well, there's this. There's that. Alright, opponent. You have perfect information. Oblivious Bookworm and a Overlord of the Balemerc in the graveyard. I guess you can just get rid of the Rakshasa. Yeah. Yeah. Rakshasa and the intimidation tactics. Have it come back as an Overlord. Dang. Dang. Yeah. We'll scoop this one up. Got outdrawn, outplayed, and outknowledged of the deck. See you guys in match number 3. Alright. Match number 3. We get to be on the play. And this hand has to go back immediately. You know what? Yeah, I'll keep this. Let's throw back the... Let's throw back that Watery Grave. Alright. Underground Mortuary. We'll be throwing in the graveyard. You know what? Honestly, yeah. We'll drop the island. No fear. Okay. There's Gran-Gran. You know what? Crazy stuff here. We're just going to name Sphinx. I ain't even worried. Alright, Gran-Gran swinging in. Alright, River Pyre. What are they going to do? Alright, Storm Chaser. Colorless. Blue. Now, I will say, there is a weird, very bizarre chance that if we hit Superior Spider-Man and they have a quench, this will be the dumbest play that I think we will have ever made. But it really depends on just everything going poorly. Alright. Swinging in with both. You know what? Let's make it happen, opponent. I'm going to block Gran-Gran. I need to see Emmet Selk just fold right here, right now. Oh, they're going to do it right now. Before we can even block, they're going to do it. Dang, okay. Brutal stuff. Alright, well, that's being played. And then we're going to go ahead and just cast this. Take out Gran-Gran. And I mean, everything goes down. I would love to see us hit a land here and they go for the big, like, otter board so we can just harvester it all away. That would be so sick. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Big otter board, hit us for 4. Alright. We need untap black source. Untap black source. Well, that is a tapped black source deck. I said untapped. Alright, Bringer, Blooming, a bunch of other stuff. Alright, well, everything's going. Alright. What you got? Alright, let's go. Alright, well, there's one otter down. Now, if things go well, if things go extremely well for us here, we can discard, get back the harvester, and hopefully not get, again, just taken out. Alright, no response. Return this from the graveyard to our hand. Let's cast it. Alright. Quench us? Quench us? Slate our thirst opponent. Okay. Okay. Well, we now have removal plus Awaken the Honored Dead. They're definitely just going to... Oh, wow. I thought they were just going to get back one of their things. Alright, well, blue and that. Oh, nope, gotta get that for green. Alright, we are blowing up that Storm Chaser's talent. Alright, well, we're not actually doing anything with that Watery Grave. We're going to happily just Bitter Triumph any creature that they have on the board. Gran-Gran's a creature. Oh. Oh. Discard a card. Gran-Gran's dead. Alright. Alright. Can we survive? Can we survive? This Quantum Riddler is about to just come back, and that'll be so cool. Oh my god, another Bringer? Okay. Okay, well, that's kind of whack. Well, okay, I can be fine with this. Yep, bounce that. Play it. Draw 2. And what are you going to do? Discard Boomerang Basics and stock up? Why? Alright, discard, return target creature or land. We will discard that. And then we will get back this island. Alright. Quantum Riddler. And let's go ahead and bring back the homie. Alright, we get to do it. We get to do the thing. Yep. All right. Yep. Combustion technique. All right. Well, you know what? I think we're going to go ahead and just exile those. And we will get a Valgavoth. And draw. Discard. And draw. Discard. Alright. There we go. Alright, opponent. Can you deal us 6 damage right now? I don't think you can. But we can deal you a lot. We can deal you lethal from this position. Ooh, Boomerang Basics. Daring, aren't you? Alright. Ooh, bounce the Harvester. Well. I mean, that's 6, 7, 8. Wow. That's egregious, opponent. I mean, listen. Opponent, you gonna let this happen? Because we're gonna do it again. We're absolutely doing it again. Let it happen. Alright. Well, we're attacking. I mean, there's that. Alright, opponent's taking 6. Alright. let's go ahead and get back the bringer. And then... Alright, which thing are we getting back? Alright, there we go! Yay! Alright, what do we want against this opponent? I guess Ghost Vacuums are fine. And Myojin could be cool too. And maybe just drop the Bitter and... Well, let's drop 2 Bitters and a Riddler. And I think we can be fine with that. Myojin's really nice, but we only get the counter on it if we cast it from our hand. But I think that does count for the Superior Spider-Man, so maybe that's fine? Well, let's just drop that. And you know what? Disruptive Stormbrood's actually fine. I can understand that. Alright, cool. We talked ourselves into the Disruptive Stormbrood. Let's run it. Almost caught it too late. We took out this Day of Black Sun that came in and we brought in the extra Cavern of Souls because we definitely know that they're going to have counters. So, fingers crossed. Alright. We're going to keep this hand. The double Cavern of Souls really is going to hurt us because we are not going to be able to cast this when we want to. Alright, Gran-Gran hits the battlefield. Wow. That's awful. Alright, yeah. Harvester's in the grave. Not even a question. That is the quickest that thing is hitting the yard. Alright. Gran-Gran discards a River Pyre. God, this almost seems like last game. Holy cow. This is so bad. Alright, Arden and Myojin are really bad, and we have no means of getting rid of either of these cards. Okay. Abandoned Attachments, getting rid of another River Pyre. Alright, move to combat. We're going to go ahead and not let you get any more card advantage. Now, the problem is we cannot bring that out. Alright, let that come out tapped, and I'm just going to let it go. Because the moment that we do this any other way... Alright. This breeding pool's definitely going to the graveyard. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll put that on a human. Blue and green. You gonna kill it? You gonna kill it? I didn't think we would get this far. Yield to all. Yes, we will do this. Honestly, now I just feel like it's It's Myojin. It's Myojin. Have it be Myojin and then Kavero as Myojin. I mean, we're going to be able to hardcast Arden in a couple turns, which is insane. Alright. So, we're doing a lot of stuff right now. Opponent's going to have to discard their whole hand. Alright, let's do this also as human. Blue, black, black, green. Alright. It's a Myojin. Discard your whole hand, opponent. Do it. Do it. That's such a sick combination of stuff. Myojin out of foundations is chef's kiss. Yeah, go ahead and kill this opponent. Do it. Eddie Merc. I mean, sure. Okay, we did see that it'll quench you from a mile away. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll draw. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Alright, what you got, opponent? What you got? It's just an island. It's just an island. God, we're going to destroy this Eddie Merc crab, and opponent might scoop. And that's like such a... Okay. Green, blue, black. And you know what? Now I don't actually feel like doing anything. Like, yeah, we skip over combat, but that's fine. You know what? Sure. We'll do all the punts. All the punts. Alright. Yeah, we'll happily mill a bunch of cards. Oh my god. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, we'll discard this. Let's discard Arden. Alright. Opponent, are you going to scoop? Or are you going to keep going? Okay, let's go. We got there. We took out the deck that we expected to take out. I'll see you guys in match number 4. Alright. So, match number 4, we're playing against one of the top of the trophy board of standard right now, Oath McNamara. We're mulliganing this hand. I'm actually a lot cooler with this one. Let's go ahead and drop that Overlord and run it like this. Island and Tiger Seal. Okay. Let's go ahead and just play the Underground Mortuary here. And Arden in the graveyard. And then, obviously, Storm Chaser and Bounce. Yeah. Alright, I think we can... Oh god, what do we want to actually do here? I think part of it is probably just going to be pass, force our opponent to let's no response. Okay, do what you gotta do, opponent. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's discard that. And getting hit for 3. It's kind of brutal. But it's about what we could expect. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay, we've got Cavero. Okay. And opponent scoops it up. So that was kind of rad. All right, we're going to bring in these and bring in these. I mean, let's just do it like we did last one. And I actually think Day of Black Sun might now be good because we've seen Tiger Seal. Alright, so we're taking out just the... This is actually a conundrum. Alright, we're taking out the Quantum Riddlers, no matter what. Because we do have Disruptive Stormbrood, which destroys creatures power 3 or less, I think we can go ahead and get rid of this Bitter Triumph. And then we can drop... I think just one, Analyze the Pollen. And I think we can run it like that. Having the 2 caverns is just really valuable into this matchup when we know that they do have counter spells that they can play. And here we see the counter spells that can be played, and we have a very bad hand. Okay, I think I can keep this a little bit more. Let's drop that. Alright. Opponent goes Storm Chaser. Let's just go for the Ghost Vacuum, which might be a little bad here. I don't feel like this particular version of the deck is as reliant... Oh, I say that, and then there's literally a FOMO. eating up that Winter Night Stories, no question about it. Alright, Gloom Lake Verge. Alright, Overlord. Wow. Absolutely nothing that we can get back there is crazy. That's bewildering. Alright, Boomerang Basics. Yield to that. Play land. Well, how do we want to do this? Wow. Duelist of the Mind is going to be a good one. How do we want to do this? I feel like it's going to be... We Petty Revenge targeting the fear of missing out? Because, I mean, they're going to be able to draw cards. Alright. Alright. Dang! Another one. Alright. What do we want to do here? I mean, I feel like it's just destroy the Tiger Seal. It's definitely just destroy the Tiger Seal. And I mean that's 4 that's gonna at least hit us next turn. Wow. Wow. Winter Night Stories just gave our opponent everything that they needed. Gave them an insane swing this turn. That's 12 exactly. Holy cow. That was a great draw for our opponent. Alright. Yeah. Well, we are definitely throwing back this Cavern of Souls since we didn't see anything that would necessarily warrant us having that. Maybe bringing back in some of these. Myojin isn't worth it. And it might be actually good to just drop all of those. The Ghost Vacuums ended up being a good call. Who would have guessed? Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, game number 3 on the play. And okay, I can keep this. Let's have that tap. Alright. Alright. Let's see what you got, opponent. Alright. Wow. Alright. Alright. Let's discard. And perfect. Perfect. All right. We got 10 power on the board. We have 4 power on the board. I mean, do you have the ability to kill our superior Spider-Man? Are you going to bounce it? I mean, do I feel any particular way about that? No. Okay. You know what? And it's just, we're going to do it again. Yeah. Okay, well. I mean, if you got it, you got it. Alright, opponent. This is now an interesting matchup. This is now a very interesting matchup. Mmm. Okay. Okay. Well, this now makes things very interesting because we need to not die. God, another one. Dog, that's rough. Okay, and you're duelisting that. You're just gonna boomerang this back. You're annulling. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Alright. Hit us for 4. Oh. 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 We will die if we don't deal with this. Okay. Yikes. Alright, we're down to 1. We're down to 1. We have to hit Day of Black Sun That is not Day of Black Sun, that's for sure. Okay. Well, we have lost this one. You know what? We got outdrawn. Can't say that we didn't try. See you guys in match number 5. All right, match number 5. We're on the draw. We're mulliganing this hand. I mean, we can keep this one because it does at least have some stuff that we can play. What do we want to get rid of, though? That's the question. I feel like it's Arden? Yeah. Well, there's that. Alright. Analyze the pollen. We getting a swamp. Alright, we can Overlord, which will be good. Yeah. Overlord's the right choice here. If they counter it, but I don't think they will. God! 4 lands, or 3 lands and an Overlord is bad. That's so rough. Alright, Firebending Lesson, down into the yard. They know that this will not be a matchup where removal is at the top of what they should be doing. Storm Chaser. If I can hit an... Okay, yep, that's exactly what we wanted. Doot, green. Cool. Artist Talent's gone. Don't want you getting any card advantage. Boomerang Basics, throwing back the talent. Gran-Gran. And then you play the Storm Chaser. Oh. Okay. God. 4 power just swinging straight at me is nuts. Okay. I mean, let's just do this, and we will... We're going to get back that Superior Spider-Man next turn, potentially. Alright, so... Riddly Diddly is probably going to do diddly here. Alright, the bad news is our opponent can kill us. Potentially. Now, if we just top deck Bringer here, top deck Bringer, discard it, get back the Superior Spider-Man, and then just reanimate the whole board is going to be dope. We need to avoid Iroh's Demonstration. Okay. We need to avoid Combustion Technique. Okay. Dang! Dang! We had it! We had it! Are you kidding me? Okay. GG opponent. Dang. Alright. Day of Black Sun, Myojin, and Ghost Vacuums, and Disruptive. Let's drop the Analyze. Let's drop... Let's drop the Quantums. Drop a Bitter. Bring in that. Drop another Bitter. And run it. Run it, run it, run it. Alright, game number 2. We get to be on the play. And honestly, yeah, keepable. Underground Mortuary into Watery Grave. Hopefully Bookworm discarding some of these big things. Just hitting all the lands like we did, and then having to shock in stuff was really brutal. Alright. I mean, do we need another one? No, I think we can drop that. We want to hit lands more than anything at this point. So, Gran-Gran. God. Alright, Bookworm Tron. Yes, we'll draw. That's perfect. Drop the Myojin. Alright, swing. Well, your granny's gonna go. We're killing grannies out here. From Granny Cannon to throwing grannies in the canyon. Oh, God, and they're stuck on one land, too. Such a rough way to kind of end it. It's like we had just a bunch of non-games, honestly, throughout this entire league. Like, it's a really rough way to end things when it's just two mirror matches that are just determined by who's on the draw or not into one lander. Alright. We're running it back. Hopefully it goes better for our opponent. That's just a really bad way to start things off. Alright. I like this. It's like Mortuary into Overlord. No, we're just going to kill Granny. Next turn is a dead Granny no matter what. Dead Granny over everything. Alright, discard land, so you got plenty. Artist talent, cool. Alright. Monument. Monument's good. No. Harvester, Overlord, Bringer. Okay. I mean, next turn it's going to be crazy. If you have a Graveyard Hate spell, this goes crazy. Accumulate Wisdom. That's not a Graveyard Hate spell. discard Spire Bluff, draw a card, look at your top three, pick a card out of them. Do you have Counterspell? Okay, there we go. That's a good one. Soul Guide Lantern is peak. Do we want a 4/4 copy of Gran-Gran? It's actually crazy, but I think we do. Alright, take our bringer. That's cool. 4/4 copy of Gran-Gran actually goes kind of crazy. 4/4 copy of Gran-Gran that we don't have to pay 2 life to bring out onto the battlefield is even better. Alright, go ahead and exile our graveyard opponent. Yep, good. Alright, Gran-Gran is gone. Now, this other monument to endurance. Oh, they've got a clock on us. And you discarded a Boomerang Basics? Interesting. Ooh. Ooh, hold up. Are you about to kill this Gran-Gran? I think you are. I think you're going to kill this Gran-Gran and then drain us for 6? I like it. Okay. Okay. You know what? I can deal with that. You know what? I think this deck is definitely the type to kind of prey on this Is It Lessons deck when it has the optimal draw, but this has been far from optimal for us. Hmm. Okay. Ooh, and another artist talent. That's good. All right, how do we deal with this? The answer is I don't think we can. Because they're going to do 2 modes on this each time they cast a spell. And then when they start casting stuff on our turn, yikes. All right. Let's do this. Okay. I, weirdly enough, don't think that we can win at this point. Because that's just putting 10 power on the board and not necessarily anything that's gonna put our opponent under any pressure. You stock up here and... Oh, you're just leveling it up? Oh, but that does discount any 2-drop they have like that. This discards 3, so you get every mode of both of those. So that's 6 to our faces. Ugh. And then if you have an instant speed spell on my upkeep, you get us. That's so good. I know people are saying that this deck is the natural enemy of the Is It Lessons deck, But I think it is just a matter of who nut draws harder. And our opponent is just absolutely outdrawing us in every single way here. Alright. You got an instant speed spell? You doing it? Yes, you are. Alright. GG's opponent. Alright. I'll see y'all in the wrap up. Alright. So, what do we think of this Sultai Reanimator deck? We had a rather unimpressive 1-4, which about what I would expect for my first attempt with the deck. But it has a lot of power. It has the ability to just be absolutely nutty and unstoppable when you have the right type of draw with it. And then it also has the ability to very easily lose when a deck like Is It Looting, Is It Lessons, whatever you want to call the particular flavor of it, ends up also hitting its really good draws. This is an interesting meta that we're about to get into. Is it's about to be the best deck for the third standard season in a row, and it needs an enemy. This definitely appeared in the Worlds matchups as the natural enemy to the deck, but I don't think it's going to be for long. So let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think is going to be the natural enemy to this Is It Lessons deck? Is it going to be the red-white aggro deck that also has a lot of creatures that died all the Is It Lessons spells? Or is it just going to need another banning? But again, let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks to everybody that's watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.